The data table to the right represents the volumes of a generic soda brand. We want to complete parts A and B below. So the first part is asking us, in part A says, which plot represents a dot plot of the data? So over here with our data, we're going to select this icon over here on the top right. We're going to click on it and then select Open in StatCrunch. So I'm going to go ahead and open up in StatCrunch. And then over here we can see where the data is in that particular column, so it's taking all that information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the top here and highlight this. All you're doing is clicking on it, and then you're just going to replace this with the words volume of soda. So now we know what the title of the column is. Now what we want to do is we want to create a dot plot. So we're going to scroll all the way to the right where it says graph. This is the menu for graphing. And then we're going to scroll down all the way to where it says dot plot. So we'll select dot plot. And then we're going to select volumes of soda. We're going to go ahead and do that. And then the point size, we can leave it as 2. And here it says allow points to overlap, so we're going to leave that as it is. Okay, and then down here where it says x-axis label, we're just going to go ahead, and if you take a look at our choice options, they all say volumes of soda on the x-axis. So the x-axis label, we're going to write this as volumes of soda. Okay, so this is something that you'll do for your project, so it's good to make sure that you know how to do that. And then we're going to scroll down a little further, and then we're just going to go ahead and select compute. So now we have our dot plot. Okay, now if you notice, okay, the dot plot for each options starts at 50, and they all end at 90. So here, this says 50, 60, 70, 80, and it doesn't end there. So what you can do is, down here, you can select this little 3 lines and select x-axis. And then we're going to make the minimum 50. Now we can change this to be 90. And therefore, now we're going to go ahead and then select OK. And now we're going to see a bigger option. And now we can look at that. So now we can take a look at our options. So let's take a look at the first one. So the first one, if you want to expand it, you can select the plus button, but then you're going to have to open up again and compare that part. Or you can open up this, which is a larger view of that, and then select this. So you can see here that we have 1 at 50, we have 2 at 65, and then at 70 there's 2 of them, and this one has 4, so it's not going to be A. Now let's take a look at B. So we're going to select B's graph. Okay, and let's take a look at this one here. So they have 1 at 50. They have none here at 65. There's 2 of them. At 70, there's 4. And over here, there's 4 dots. This is 3. 75 has 3. 80 has 2. And 85 has 2. So it looks like it's going to be B. So let's go ahead and select B because it looks like over here it's not. So we're going to check our answer, and therefore we got answer B. Now it says, are there any outliers? So if we take a look at the dot plot, we can see here for B, right? We can see all this data is over here, sort of on this location. And then in 50 is kind of all the way to the right. And so therefore, we would say the following. We would say that, yes, the volume of 50 ounce appears to be an outlier because it is far away from the other volume. So we're going to go ahead and select that, check our answer, and therefore we are done.